Hey guys, Travis with TCustomz Productions, TCustomz.com. Today I'm back with part 3 of the piano tips for beatmaker series, and today what I thought I would do is actually just jump into a very simple chord progression, very common, very foundational chord progression that you're going to find in a lot of different types of music: country, rock, R&B, hip-hop, and not necessarily always in its fundamental form like I'm going to show here. There's a lot of ways you can introduce other chords, chord inversions, different melody runs to make it a lot more complex and interesting what I'm showing you here. But just know that this is very fundamental and you can branch off of this experiment, introduce different rhythmic patterns, different styles. So we're going to be covering today is the 1-4-5 chord progression. Even if you're not familiar with what 1-4-5 means, I'm sure you're familiar with what it sounds like. I'm going to get on the keys here in just a second and show you exactly what I'm talking about. I just want to remind you that any input is appreciated on what topics that you would like covered early on in the series specifically. Some of these videos may be out of order in terms of how you would traditionally learn theory or go through a set music curriculum. So if you feel like there's any things that I skip over or you don't understand that you would like more explanation on, if it's something that I'm able to jump in and do a quick video on that will benefit other producers, I'll go ahead and do that. But anyway, let's move the camera and get over here on the keys. So the 1-4-5 chord progression, what does that mean? Well, I'm going to be demonstrating in C. So like we talked about in the last couple of videos about C major, that's our natural key. We don't have any sharps or flats. If you're not familiar with different keys and scales, I don't want to introduce black notes and different things. So basically just know that C, right, C is all white notes. We start this 1-4-5 progression in C. Might be a little bit easier starting out. So here's middle C. This is going to be our first chord that we're going to play, which is just the C major triad. Then our 4 is actually going to be F, because on the C scale, this is our 1, and we go 2, 3, 4, and so F is our 4th, so the F major triad is, and then our 5 is just one step up from that, which is G, and then we go back down to the root. If you see me do anything with my left hand, I'm probably just going to be playing octaves here. C, go up to F, G, back down to C. Put on a metronome. Just got it on it double time. So that is the 1-4-5 progression in its very simplest form. Now you could start it in a different key altogether. I could do the same progression. Let's say I want to start it in D major. So the 4th in the D major scale would be 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's going to be a G major. And the next step up is going to be an A major. And step back down to D. So you go. In a major key, this is kind of a happy sounding melody, but you'll hear this kind of progression. There's different varieties of this progression, introducing different chords. There's something called inversions, which we can get into in later videos, basically playing the same chord in a different variation or having a different dominant note in each of those chords. Now we could also take that down, like I've talked about before, your relative minor. We take it down to a minor chord progression. So if we want to stick to the C scale that we had before, drop that down 3 half steps, what we talked about, to the relative minor, which is going to be A minor. Right, so then we could do the same 1-4-5 progression in A minor. So this is the 1, this is the A minor triad. The 4 would be D minor. The 5 would be E minor. We could also introduce an E major here, so we could do E minor, and sometimes you may even throw in an E major. And then we're going to drop back down to the A minor. You might notice on the second loop through, I played the E major instead of the E minor, and then I also did a variation, an inversion of this A minor chord instead of ending back here. In future videos, I'll definitely talk more about that. So that is the 1-4-5 chord progression in the very simplest form. Anything else that you specifically need help with, just please drop a comment below if this video was helpful. I would appreciate a thumbs up. And also let me know if you think the camera angle, I'm trying to figure out the best way to film the keys. It's a little challenging to find the best angle with my current setup to get you guys a good representation and recording of what I'm playing. Definitely let me know on that. Drop all your feedback in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.
Bye.